I think one of the things that people watching, and we want to serve the audience, probably want to know is, I don't live in this area.
Mm-hmm.
And you say you can work remotely. Yes. How does that even work? Like, how does that happen over a phone or Skype?
Okay.
It seems kind of, interesting how that can happen.
Okay, so what I do is, a person will contact me, and I'll find out what they're needing, how I can assist them, and if they're comfortable with Skype, then we hook up on Skype, and when I see them, I get like an energy print. So then I can scan, I can go down through, I can feel the body, the mind, the spirit, I can look at what the aura is doing, the energy field, and I can say to them, well, I see you're a little off in your heart chakra area, may I send energy there? And a lot of times people, it's the first time they've ever tried anything like this, and like, sure, right.
Yeah.
So then I just send all the love and light into the heart. But it's not only me, it's the angels, it's their guides, it's, we have so many helpers, and that people can feel it. So I'm not, usually I prefer to be in person if possible, and a lot of my clients are like, I'm like, oh, we could Skype or we could do a phone session. Oh, no, we'd love to be with you. We want to,
Yes.
Okay,
well, because you give off that energy.
Well, thank you. Yeah. So, but what I do is just as effective. Remotely. And I even do where I say to a person, okay, so between 9 and 10 a.m., I'm going to ask you just to lie down on your bed at home, light a candle, just be really relaxed, and I'm going to check in with you that way, so remotely. I'm going to scan over you. I'm going to see where the areas of pain, the issues, because there are also issues that come to the forefront. So it's an overall assessment, and then I just give to them what they're open and receptive to receiving. Right. So it's not that I'm pushing or pressing or forcing anything, let's be here in the now, and at present, these are the things that are causing you imbalance and dis-ease.
Yes.
And so let's strive for balance and harmony, and we can do this together. So, phone readings, Skype readings. Furthest away person was in New Zealand that I did. Yeah. So
that's fantastic.
It is. It's fun. I love my work. It's just
Yeah.
And
how did you get a person in New Zealand? Was it a friend or or did they come in through?
Well, actually, way back when I first started with my business, I was seeking out some really good graphic designers.
Oh,
and I saw she had some really fascinating content and stuff, and so I contacted her. She made some suggestions. We were going to do a trade of services.
Yes.
And so then, and without her telling me the different things that were going on in her life, I was able to, and this is not a pride-based thing or ego, I was able to, because it's not me, it's me serving spirit.
I understand.
Serving their highest level self, and channeling information to come through. So, but it was fantastic. And
can loved ones and spirits that surround us come through over the phone or over Skype?
Yes, they can. And I was working with one gentleman. So I had worked with his mother-in-law. This happens too. Families say, oh, you got to try Jeanne services, So I worked with his mother-in-law, who then told her daughter, I worked with the daughter, I worked with their 2 young children, because I do work with children too. And then they talked to the dad, okay? And a military man, so, logical, conservative, all that kind of stuff, all right? And so the poor soul, he contacted me. Well, here I am. Guess I'm going to try this, whatever it is you do. And so, and it was Skype. It was a Skype session, and I didn't know about any of his...
Pastor.
Yes. No, nothing like that. But his father's energy came through in spirit. That had been a very tempestuous relationship. He was carrying a lot of pain in his spine. And the spine gives us support for everything that we do. some areas of congested energy that I was helping to clear, and he became very emotional, and a lot of times people cry when I work with them. It's not that I want you to cry, but you release things. So you have healing as a result of what you can release and set yourself free from, so you're no longer caged and restricted and constricted. Yeah. Okay, I'm getting too wordy, but there you go. So
interesting that you were able to do that.